I had a friend named Fernanda, a very beautiful Brazilian lady. We lived together my daughter was a baby, and Frank was Guillermo.
Oh, so you met him through her.
Yeah. Okay. The reason why I told you is yes, he gave me the idea. This guy will pay you for a freaking green card. Okay.
Right.
But he doesn't know this. He doesn't know what he's making it up because the guy's Brazilian. I should say that about him. His freaking wife's Mexican. He's coming out with it out of his ass. He does not know what he's talking about because he said I met him on internet and that all this stuff. It's something he's just guessing. So anyways, let me explain that. I totally forgot. Like I call myself never been married because it wasn't like so. Anyway,
exactly.
God will pay you $10,000 just to marry. You only have to be married to him for I don't know what it was, but anyways, I did it.
There you go. There you go, folks. She married him. She married him. It was her friend's boyfriend or something needing a green card, and she married him for $10,000. Is she not about money? There you go. Don't call me a liar, Ziggy, and tell you didn't tell me that because you fucking did, hon. Yes, you did. You told me right there. Right there. You didn't know you was getting recorded, did you? And you know what? I didn't ever bring those recordings out on you because you know what? I didn't want to cause any problems. That ain't who I am. But you know what? I know what the fuck you are. And you just want to keep running your mouth, try to make me look like a liar, trying to discredit me. Bitch, don't try to ever discredit me. When I say you said something, by God, you said it. And you can take it to the damn bank because I do not lie. Who do I fear so much that I would defy my God? For what? A mere stinking human like you? Are you shitting me? I don't think so. Not today, huh?
Okay, y'all just heard Ziggy say that she had forgotten about being married. She had forgot that she had married a man just so he could get a green card. Okay, so let's see. What is it an easy process for a foreigner to marry a United States citizen? Let's read about it and see just what the process is. Okay, what will happen to one's everyday life after a fraudulent green card marriage? Let's talk about the practical consequences of entering into a false marriage. It might seem like an exciting idea to some. The U.S. citizen might even enjoy the sense of self-sacrifice that comes with thwarting the law on someone's behalf. But such sentiments are likely to wear off as the days and years go by. Here's why. This isn't a matter of simply turning in an application and getting your green card. The immigration laws have put into place so many steps to getting a marriage-based green card and incorporated so many tests into the process that only a truly married couple is likely to have the fortitude to get through it. That or somebody that's making money from it, maybe. Imagine, for instance, that the United States citizen falls in love with someone else and gets tired of carrying on this charade, or that you two try to live together but find yourself constantly arguing about things like who should pay various household expenses, to the point where you wish you could live thousands of miles apart, or that a family member discovers the fraud and decides to report the immigrant to U.S. immigration authorities, leading to bad feelings that will last longer than the marriage was ever meant to. These are not only unpleasant, but can lead to getting caught and prosecuted. Okay, what's the normal marriage-based green card application process? For starters, you have to get married. Sure, if you're already living in the U.S., you could just go down to City Hall and take care of this. But U.S. immigration authorities are, at some point, going to want to see evidence of a real wedding, ideally with photos, guests, and so on. Is this really a show you want to put on for your family and friends? Next, the U.S. citizen, husband or wife, would have to file a petition on the immigration's behalf and pay the USCIS fee, you'd have to enclose a copy of your marriage certificate. After that's approved, the process would depend on whether the immigrant is living in the United States. If you are and you entered legally or are in legal status, you might be able to adjust status. That is, apply for and get your green card without leaving. If you're overseas, you'd use the process called consular processing. In either case, expect lots of forms to fill out, requests for documents, all leading up to a personal interview. As a condition of the foreign-born person immigrating, the U.S. spouse would need to show evidence of sufficient income or assets to provide support. What's more, the U.S. spouse would have to sign a 1-864 affidavit of support, which promises to repay the U.S. government if the immigrant ends up needing government assistance. That obligation lasts for approximately 10 years, even if the couple divorces. That should make the U.S. citizen think twice. The final step in the process, and by now several months will have already gone by, is for the immigrant to attend an interview either with an overseas consular official or at a USCIS office. If adjusting status in the United States, the U.S. spouse will need to attend the interview as well. You'll be expected to show up at the USCIS office with lots of evidence that the marriage is the real thing. Documents showing things like the birth of children and shared real estate, insurance, bank accounts, car ownership, and so on. The USCIS interview also gives the immigration authorities an opportunity to ask lots of probing and personal questions. Let's say that you got through the interview successfully and the immigrant is awarded a green card. You take a look and notice that it has a 2-year expiration date on it. That's right, the hardest part lies ahead. Under U.S. immigration law, if a marriage is less than 2 years old at the time of initial approval for lawful permanent residence or entry to the U.S. on an immigrant visa, you must go through a 2-year testing period called conditional residence before the immigrant receives a permanent green card. Even if you weren't living together before, U.S. immigration authorities will expect to see you sharing space now. This is when things can get really tough for people committing fraudulent marriages for the reasons discussed earlier. At the end of that 2-year period, the couple is expected to turn in another application containing yet more evidence of their life and both signatures. If USCIS isn't convinced by this application, then the two of you would be called in for another interview and the whole fraud might be exposed. Okay, so that doesn't sound like a simple, easy procedure to me. I mean, sounds pretty complicated, and you have to be married. You have to be married to the person for 2 years. So how did she just forget that? Come on. Come on, people. I don't think you just forget something like that.